Hello and welcome. In this video guide we're going to look at how to access and modify the conditional formatting within the reports. Conditional formatting rules can be set up within reports to control the background colour of cells or colour of text and have it automatically change when report data meets certain criteria. The report we're going to use in this instance is the Q overview report here on the live Q monitor dashboard. Here we can see that the abandoned calls column is showing that 12 calls have been abandoned. It would be nice if this was brought to our attention by changing the cell background colour whenever there have been abandoned calls. Ideally what I'd like to see is the following. If there are between 1 and 2 abandoned calls, for the cell background colour to change to yellow, and if the number of abandoned calls is equal to 3, for the cell background colour to change to orange. And then finally, if the number of abandoned calls is greater than or equal to 4, for the cell background colour to change to red. To make this change, we first need to maximise the report here, and then make a copy of the report by clicking on the copy icon. This will place the report into the edit screen at step 1, like we can see here. As we're not going to be making any changes to the data or filters within the report, we're going to skip straight to the report preview step by clicking on step 4. Here we can manually complete the filters and run the report. The next thing to do is access the columns formatting menu by clicking on the columns menu heading. Here we can click and select the abandoned column within the drop down box to alter the formatting of this column. From here we can now click on the conditional button to go and set up the rules that we need to put in place. To add a conditional rule, we simply need to click on the Add Rule link. Now we'll click on the colour cell and select yellow as the background colour for our first rule. We can now click on OK and then go and select which logical rule we're going to use to control when the cell background colour changes. Here we're going to select the Between rule and then set the lower and upper boundaries to 1 and 2. We can now repeat this process, setting orange as the background colour, equal to as the rule, and 3 as the value to be matched. And finally, we can choose red as the background colour whenever the value within the cell is greater than or equal to 4. Clicking on Save, we can now see in the report that the colour of the abandoned column has now changed to red. This is due to the fact that there are more than 4 abandoned calls as we defined within the conditional rules. This now concludes this video guide. Thank you for watching.